There's a couple things you'll notice when it comes to stability at the hip if someone is not stabilizing properly. If you go in the split stance or lunge position and lower down, there's either the collapsing in of this knee, which is called a valgus collapse. That knee is actually going to, or thigh rotate inward. That knee is going to point inside, not aligning with the toes. Another thing is going to be actually a shift. So people are going to want to shift their body over this leg to provide more stability. So if you think of, we're not stabilizing through this hip and our body is through the middle of our legs, we're going to try to align ourselves more over that stance leg to provide more stability, which you'll see pretty quickly. What we can do in those instances is not only work on hip activation, hip stability, and more of these low-level positions, these activation exercises, but work on what's called reactive neuromuscular stabilization. So in this position, or that same exact split squat position, we can use some kind of band. So if it's my right leg that is, for the most part, having trouble providing stability and activation in split stance, I can go up and place that band around the knee. Again, just a subtle or gentle pull inward, because I don't want to be something that I'm really having to crank on because there's so much tension going this way. We still want to maintain integrity of the movement with just a small amount of stimulus pulling in, so we can actually get better activation and firing of that hip and have something for our knee to pull up against to get us more aligned in that position. So if I'm in split stance, I'm going to find that position where I get a small pull inward, same position as a split squat. I don't want to change anything here. And then from there, I'm going to just provide this cue, okay, push out into that band. Again, don't let the band pull you inward. And then I can go through that same exact split squat motion. But what you'll notice by adding a small little bit of stimulus pulling that knee inward, it almost allows that leg to align itself, because now we're providing feedback to keep that limb in line and also keep our body centered over the legs as opposed to shifting and collapsing inward. So that's a very simple tip. If you notice you have some stability issues within the hip, work on some reactive neuromuscular training with the band like that, pulling the knee inward. Again, great for split stance or single leg movements. Can also do it in the squat pattern. You always see people band around the knees, kind of correct the position and alignment of the legs. That's a very simple strategy to help improve stability through the hips.